All right, all right, all right. Welcome, my lovely people. Welcome to the show. Let's do this. I see Bubble here. I see KR here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, this lovely, wonderful day, I woke up and I had this feeling in my heart. And I said to myself, I said, how do we feel? What's going on? How is our emotions and everything? And I felt like saying something quite motivated. So I said, you know what? We are the masters of our universe. You have the power. You have to say, I have the power. And all of a sudden, He Man came to my thought, and I was like, it's such a wonderful thing. If you actually understand that you have the power to control your destiny, to control your emotions, to be successful in this game. You, only you, have this power. So, without further ado, I've just realized I've got echo. I'm going to reduce the echo. Powerful bloody microphone. I'm going to go into the charts, have a little look, have a little whiz, and see what's going on, right? And I've got my chat hopefully set up here. So, let's have a look at the market. Let's refresh and see what the market is today. Is it still greedy? Is it still fearful? What's the story today? Well, today we're at 42, just slightly below average. Let's see what it does. I'm not fussed. I'm not fussed. I told you these are the great opportunity zones. So I am going to involve a few people, and I know they're here on the show. We'll talk about them and we'll say how we had a conversation. Looking at Mana, fantastic, $5. Engine, $5. $4, sorry, $4. Some of these coins have already done an all-time high. In fact, Sand did an all-time high yesterday as well. So I don't know how many people noticed this. Sand actually did an all-time high yesterday. Other than these stupid currencies here, these USDT and BUSD and whatnot, I think the market's doing okay. Of course, some of the big boys who did the big pumps recently, taking a break. It's okay. It's okay. I know people get afraid. It's like, oh, it pumps so hard. What do I do now? Do I take it out? Do I stay in? Only you decide. Only you can decide that. We had a massive pump yesterday on AMP. Today it's down. Sand is up again. ANA is up. ZEC is up. Zen, IMX, you name it. Crow up again. Another 17%. I'm going to have to stop talking about it. Right, let's have a look at all of this. Guys, by the way, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe, hit that like button, join the Discord community, join this awesome family. Be awesome. Bitcoin 633 entered. Who cares? 75 over the last 30 days. It's okay. Still got a lot of BTC left. So overall, we see a lot of BTC have left the exchanges. In a day, we see some coming back in. It's okay. I ain't complaining. Got to stay calm, keep calm. You are in control of your destiny. If you want it so bad and you understand it and you have, conviction, I can tell you this much. Universe will provide. BTC exchange reserves, obviously we just saw how it was a bit up, but actually you can see it's not that bad, so it's quite cool. Ethereum, yes, we can see a massive spike where Ethereum has re-entered the market. Am I really concerned? Not entirely. We see futures dropping. It's okay, we still have a few more days for all of these options and everything to expire. And I told you the other day as well, we are not out of danger regardless where BTC goes. Even if BTC comes to 30k, it doesn't matter. The biggest problem we've got is leverage traders. They need to stop. They are playing into the hand. Remember, when you go to the casino, the house always wins. Yes, you might have one or two winners here and there getting excited, but that's the hype. The house will always win. Do not bet against the house. Here, you are telling what you're betting. You are showing your hands to the house. Do you think the house is not going to take? If you did, then you are misguided, my friends. You have no idea what the house is going to do to you. It's going to destroy you. Market cap sitting at 2.57. We have 14,785, I believe. So more coins coming. Obviously one minus one, because that one hasn't launched yet. Paradexes hasn't launched yet. When it does, you'll see it. 7 day, 6%, ain't complaining. Right, because remember I'm looking at these bigger numbers. That's where the discounts are. Solana still at a 2% discount. It's okay. On a week to date, you got 2% discount. Good opportunity. Let's have a look at the other coins. DOT was on 13 yesterday. Today it's on 12. 93 cents. I mean, I'm going to stop giving targets for this because it's getting stupid. You know, I had a conversation with Custard last night. Let me just double check the chats as well, guys. Smash those like buttons, guys. Smash those subscribe. Smash the subscribe. Join the Discord community. Join the family, and let's be freaking awesome. See Romo here. I see Albin here. Albin was there too. So remember Albin yesterday? We had a conversation. Albin and Custard. We had a conversation yesterday, and I said there's a specific time in the day it usually dumps. And I remember I told you midnight it will dump. And I'm sure you did see a dip. So when you looked at Crow in the night, you would have seen a dip around that time. Okay, so if you did see, like for example, we can bring it down here because we've had a few. So around this area here, you saw this dip. That gave you your discount. So when Albin wanted to enter, he was worried. He's like, okay, when do I enter? What do I do? Albin, exactly at midnight, the market started dumping. It dumped for 3 hours, and it gave you that discount that you wanted as your entry. Whether you took it or not, I don't know. You are in control. We are the masters of our own destiny, and this is how we play this game. And if you did buy the bottom anywhere around here, even if you bought it at here exactly at midnight, then right now you would have been up approximately 7%. And obviously climbing more. So that's all I can say. I mean, that's how the market works. You got to have conviction. You got to have trust. You know, you have the power. Nobody else. You have the power. I know Albin asked me yesterday regarding like how do I do projections and everything, and I did kind of forward him a video, and I said, you know, this is how you would do it. So if we did the short term here, this is like the shortest term. This is mid-term for exactly up to here, like for example mid-term, slightly higher time frame, you know, slightly longer time frame, and we can start changing these time frames based on what pattern we want to see. So we can do weekly, daily, you know, it doesn't matter where we are now. We can take this area and say, okay, this is going to be our short term, this is going to be our mid-term, and all you're doing is just following the pattern. This is our long term, you know, this is our very, very long term. And you can see how this thing moves very slightly on the Fibonacci's and gives you a target. So if I was to do a long term on this, you can see the Fibonacci's are showing a $1.45 right now. You know, yesterday I remember when we spoke, I did say we got a $1.27. But is that $1.27 even valid now? Because it's going to be hard for me to actually decide. Let me see, because I can use this metric here where we were and say if I can see this $1. It was here. Currently, it's well, if I'm using this particular data, I'm seeing $1.16. Actually, I think we were here. Yes, there it is, the $1.25. We did have it here, because I can't really remember where I did it on the phone, but yeah, $1.25. I'll save that just so it doesn't disappear again. So this is the kind of stuff you really have to understand. Is yes, there's stepping, like we step these 1618 steps that we do. Every time we hit that, then we can start moving forward and calculate beyond that point and actually project where we're going to go. Of course, on the way down, we can use these 618 levels to also predict how far we're going to go. So looking at Crow, nothing much to say. Crow's opening doors. In fact, Crow just released the developer friendly thing where you can now start doing your own native tokens, just similar to what BNB did. So now you can go and launch your own tokens on Crow. And we know we're probably going to have another 1,000 coins coming into the coin market cap now because of this. So a lot will happen right now. That gives Crow more potential. Of course, not mentioning all the DeFi projects that are coming to Crow. They're going to be locking their Crow. DeFi means you lock your Crow, TVL, total value locked. That's what's going to happen. So yeah, I mean, everything is super awesome. I'm not going to complain about any of this stuff. Let's have a look at the other stuff. Let's have a look at the market cap and see what the market cap is doing. So market cap is playing with this trend line. It's playing with this trend line. It's messing with your heads. But again, you are in control. You are in control. All I see is this ascending triangle forming here. You know, I see this pattern forming here. This is the neckline. We need to break above this neckline. When we do, is it going to be a power move? It's going to be one of these big candles, these $100-200 billion candle. What is it going to be? We don't know. But you are in control of your emotion. BTC, yeah, still messing with us, playing with us, creating these higher lows. You know, of course, is it over? We don't know. We still have until Friday to decide. Friday is going to be decider, guys. Friday, we either dump all the way down here and then way beyond, and all the bears win. Because remember, even the bears are masters of their destiny. They are in control, right? So if bears think we're going to go down, maybe they might. I see SM here. I see Costan here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Nice to see you all here, my brothers. Rune and Phantom, of course, my brother. Definitely, definitely. We're going to have a look at Rune and Phantom. And do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it right now. Because I have this problem where sometimes I forget. So let's do Rune. Rune looks awesome. Rune just gave everybody an FU candle. As you can see, broke out of this trend, gave you an FU candle, which is absolutely fantastic. As long as the market continues. Because as you can see here, right, when you're looking at this trend line here, it's been holding the trend line, respecting this trend line, respecting this neckline. You know, you can see these previous necklines that we had, respected all of them, broke out, right? But the market needs to continue. None of this matters. So yes, Rune has come back to reset itself. It's now coming out of the range, but it still has to follow the market. So everything here is all jolly. Look, it's all jolly. Absolutely fine. Not an issue, right? It's gone beyond this neckline, which is fantastic, but it's not over. The market has to continue. The sentiment in the market has to continue, because if the sentiment in the market doesn't, then we have a problem. So tonight, what we have to make sure is Rune does not close below this line. Then it's fine. So those are the kind of patterns you have to understand, that yes, there's singular patterns in single coins. They look awesome. Even Crow, things like that, all of them look awesome. But if the market is not still in play, none of this matters. None of this, because it will take the entire market down with it. So far looking good. If I was to do a short term on this, for example, from where we are right now, and say, okay, let's do a projection where we can go, then we're looking at around this level here. It's the $14 level if we did pump, which is still okay. I mean, it's not that bad. You can see this area here, so it's not that bad, but it's not the greatest, right? What we need is something to push us above this $16.56 level for us to move forward. So I just put a box here. I won't save it because I don't want to clutter the charts, but this is the range. It's $16 to $17. That's where we need to go for us to then kind of start moving back up again. So here, if you are picking up the dips, great opportunity to pick up the dips. That's all I can say. Obviously, no financial advice. He asked for Phantom. Let's do some Phantom FTM. For Phantom, I'm just hodling. I am just going to hodl. I'm not really bothered looking at that at this present moment, because there's no point looking at Phantom. As you can see, why? So you see, this was the trend Phantom had. This was the parabola Phantom had, and Phantom came out and now went down, and it kind of invalidated itself as soon as it went to this particular area. So you can see how it kind of, I mean, it bounced, it's fine, but it did invalidate itself in a brief moment. I'll show you this. let me there. So you can see in brief moment it did invalidate itself. However, it did recover quickly, came back to find support, bouncing back up. Obviously the pattern is great. I don't see any reason for us to be too worried about this, but there's a long way to go because this is technically a trend reversal. Of course it came back, not an issue. Now what we need to do, of course it broke above, that's fine, but we need to get back into this zone for Phantom to be super solid again. Right, so that's what we need to look at, and these are on a higher time frame. You can see what I'm talking about. So super okay, I'm not complaining, but I think Phantom really has to come back above these neckline here, this particular $3.20, for it to continue moving back up. Again, if you want to pick up the dip, this is the perfect opportunity to pick up those dips. That's all I can say. Perfect opportunity to pick up those dips, right? Because we do have this channel here. If you look carefully, it was an actual perfect channel from the all-time high here to the body here to the body here. You can see where we are. This is a lovely pattern, and if we did have a nice little breakout from here, we can expect it to do something. I mean, it depends where it is. So if it did it here, for example, it should take us above our target level, because remember, this is our target. It should take us above that and then continue. It's a typical pattern from a parabola. I'm not worried. It's just a correction, but the market, again, the market has to be there for us to move forward. If the market's not there, then we've got a bit of an issue. KR says dreams UFO. We'll do some UFO. I love UFOs. I'm an alien. I don't like that. No, that's UFO versus Ethereum. I don't like that. Let's go into CoinMarketCap and have a look at UFO there. Yeah, I personally love UFOs. I believe I'm a UFO myself. I'm an alien. I came to this planet on a mothership. The mothership was my mother. Damn. So many scams pop up. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I just noticed that. I was like, what the hell is going on? Why are there so many scams here? Anyway, we know it's UFO gaming. Excuse me, guys. Let me grab this 1 sec. I got parcel. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Oh, yep. No, it wasn't a parcel. Your universe decided to drop my missus to me. So, yeah, my missus is the parcel. UFO looking super solid, as you can see here. Obviously, when you're looking at the all-time, you can see it's pumping hard. I mean, this thing is on a rip. Okay, it's not an issue. I don't see a problem. But again, remember, if you're in it for the money, make the money. Don't worry about the fundamentals. Make the money. That's what I'm going to say. And take your initial investments out. Excuse me 1 second, guys. Let me grab the door. Oh, 1 second. Oops. Yes. I'm on the video. Okay, so what was I saying? Right. What was I saying? Right. Let's get this here. So what I'm saying is basically, look, if you're in it for the money, take the money, make the money, and then basically just, how would I say this? Just shoot with it, just run with it. You don't want to be in it for too long, because if you are, you're asking for trouble. That's what I'm trying to say here. So make sure, right, you basically, how would I say this? Take your initial out. Take your initial out. So as I said, I love UFO. I love aliens, and I love all the unidentified flying objects, but I'm not going to bet my house on it, and especially on something that is not verified, that is at this current price. Because whenever these things come out and you can see the supply there, I mean, someone purposely put this supply there. Obviously, lovely number. I don't see a problem with why they did it this way, but please just do understand that some of these and most of these are not going to survive. 99% of them are not going to survive. So Please do understand. We're talking about dreams. We can actually bring dreams here, so we'll do some dreams. Same story. I wouldn't really bet the house on it, but it is doing pretty good. It is doing pretty good. I do like how I see this rebound coming in, right? And remember when we were following, I mean, this is for you guys who were following, what was it called? Bloody hell, Shiba, right? You can see the same pattern as Shiba forming here. So it hit the floor. It started to creep up a little bit, bit by bit, bit by bit. Now all it has to do is literally break above these necklines. Once it breaks above these necklines, we're there. Do you know what I mean? So it needs to get above this neckline, get above that neckline, get above that, and then it will be on a rip. You won't be able to really stop it anymore. So that's what we're going to look for. If I was to look at something and say, okay guys, what is the situation? And as you can see, my projections are quite high. For dreams, I do have a feeling that if it starts to pump based on where it was before, and it's so close, by the way, it's not one of those coins that dumped all the way to 99%, because the ones that I don't like are these ones. Let me show you. When they launch here and they dump like this, 99.9%, they're bad. They're bad. But what Dreams did was something different. Dreams went all the way up here, created an all-time high, and then dumped in a good few days all the way to here, which was 84%. So you see how the 99% is a lot more than 84%. It just doesn't make any sense, but that's what it is. That's because it's a price structure. But that's fine. It came back and it started to move back up. It's rebounded up. I mean, since the low we had, which was here, how far are we now? If we start calculating this, we're 65% up. So when you're looking at this on a reverse, you can see how the coin itself is starting to move back up. And of course, it's going to, once it gets to these levels, it's going to start shooting. It's going to start shooting. Of course, as I said, we'll talk about Shiba. No worries, my brother. So that's what we've got here, right? I do see this creeping up. Of course, I'm not going to bet my house on it or anything like that. As I said, you've got to really understand what this is. It's a gaming token. Yes, it's going to pump. If you're holding some bags, go for it. I'm holding the original bag, by the way. So the original bag that I had around here, I'm still holding that and I'm still down. But that bag, I'm not bothered. It's like one of those, I've just left it. Like, it's part of the profit now, because I did jump back in, double down, triple down. Actually, I 10x down, and I recovered all my losses. I took some profits, and I'm fine holding this bag right now. So you see what I'm trying to say? I'm not at a loss. Anything I make on this now is a bonus. So I'm treating it like free money, and I'm thinking, well, why would I want to get rid of my free money? That's what I'm doing here. So it's working for me. That's what I'm going to say. Just be patient with it. If it does come, it will come. And so far, everything is indicating it does want to come. Because when we're looking at this, look at this. It broke this particular neckline. And after this, really, there's not much apart from this one neckline here. Because remember, this was a support. And this is exactly where it got rejected. I mean, I'm not even joking. Look. This is pretty much exactly where this got rejected. So if you look carefully, this is the wick. So market is doing its thing. Market is doing its thing. Just be patient with it. That's what I'm saying. CRV. CRV. Let's do some CRV. CRV is doing fantastic. Absolutely fine. It's on a rip. No complaints here at all. Ignore this because this was the launch. And you can see that launch price took this damn thing all the way to $56. $56. But what's beautiful about this is, one, that since its dump and since its launch, all it's been doing is been trending upwards. So since the launch, final dump, you know, investors out, institutions are out, people have managed to pump this. And yes, it briefly dumps whenever there's a big situation we have, like, you know, for example, the May dump, everything dumped. So can't really blame this. But since then, if you just look at this, it's been continuously creeping up, and it's an indication that this market is not over. This market still has enough energy remaining for it to go, and this is beautiful as well. When you look at this pattern, look at this, a lovely little ascending triangle, you know, ascending triangle. But I'm looking at a higher time frame. You know, where does this become super bullish? As soon as it goes above this area here. Hold on one second. As soon as it goes above this particular area here, that's it. It becomes super bullish. Okay, and that's where it's just entered right now as well, which is brilliant. I mean, I've got no complaints. I'm looking at this and I'm saying, well, this is the zone, this is where we need to get above. Once we get above this, what do we do? You know, so for me, if I'm looking at this and I take this to the bottom where it was before, I'm starting to see some lovely numbers pop up. I can see $9 as long as the market continues. I see $9, and then of course I can use that same trend line to start calculating different time periods, and now I'm seeing a 14 and so on and so forth. We can continue to do this and keep on moving up, and I think curve could easily go back close to this, because remember, we also got to factor in time. How much time do we have remaining in the market, right? So if we don't have enough time remaining in the market, some of these top numbers that we're expecting may not be possible. Like KR today says to me, if I had, you know, say a certain amount of money and I was going to invest between one of two coins, Bitcoin and Solana, knowing that Bitcoin might do double than here and Solana might do a 4x from here, what would you recommend? My answer to him was, Solana's going to do a 5x from here, BTC is going to do a 10x from here. Because when we're talking about future prices, what's stopping BTC from doing a 10x from here right now? That's 500k. I'm not even saying 20x, I could say 20x, $1 million a coin. So where would I put my bet? Think about it. Solana has a capacity to go to $1,000. That's it. BTC has a capacity to go to $1 billion. So it's a hard, difficult question. You know, end of the day, you have to make that decision. It's what your strategy is. What are you buying for? You know, hey Damil, nice to see you, bro. I hope your mom's well. You know, our prayers and thoughts. I hope she's recovered and come back home, bro. So the thing is what was I saying? Yeah, so sometimes, yes, we got these coins that are going to do 100x, 200x, 1000x, whatever, but they all do have a limit. But ultimately, the limit that they are constrained with right now is the cycle. How long is the cycle going to last? Because if BTC cycle doesn't go anywhere, who says BTC is even going to go back to 70k? You know, it could dump to 30k tomorrow. You know, so you got to really observe and say, that's my strategy. This is what I'm going in for. You know, I say to people who say, I want to make real money, real fast money. I say, well, then why are you holding for? You should be playing the candles. You should be doing day trading. Make your 10%, 5% per day. You're going to make those money. But if you don't want to take that risk, you want to play the slow game, the bigger, better, stronger, more powerful game, you buy, you sit, you forget about it. Come back 5 years later and look at your balance. It's a whole different ballgame. It's a whole different story. So that's what I would really like you guys to kind of soak in, take yourself, like, you know, yes, the market would do its thing. Some coins would do 5x from here. Some coins would do 100x here. But how much time do we have remaining? Do we have enough time to do that, to achieve that? Solana's going to go to $1,000, maybe $2,000. But do we have enough time to go there? You got to decide that. Chaos says sand. So I'm going down the list as one by one, basically. It says sand. I told you about sand. I'll tell you why people are flocking to sand. Because compared to Decentraland, sand is cheaper. Compared to Decentraland, sand is a lot cheaper as a metaverse right now. Now, of course, it's got a lot of hype, a lot of energy, a lot of people going in. Everything's about metaverse, new partnerships, new people coming in, new buildings, new ecosystem, new games being built. New. Everything is there. No harm. You know, when we look at sand, we can see that if we had sand pumping even further, it could go to $11.77. $11.77 from here, from currently $7, it can go to $11. It's well within the realms of possibility. If we had a correction, we can see we might even get a correction, bring us back down to around $5. So you can see this area here, $4.90 or 83. It could bring us back down to this area. That's not an issue. This is a parabola, so we are going to see a sharp turn coming back down. Once all the altcoin plays over, well, the money's going to go back into the big boys. So expect massive dumps on these at some stage. But for now, if there's enough time, there's no reason why they can't pump higher and higher and higher. But on a parabola, I'll be very cautious, right? So we do have this lovely trend line here, and then you see a parabola here, which is dangerous. These are the ones that are dangerous if you don't know when to exit and when to enter. Right now, if you've entered already, if you got some sand already, you should have had some sand from here. You made this. You made this. Expect a sharp turn. That's all I'm going to say. I'm still hodling my bags. You know, I'm hodling my bags. I'm not even looking at the price. I don't care. Just hodl. You got to make your mind up, and I made my mind up. I'm going to hodl this for a little bit long until the end of the cycle, and I'm going to dump everything. So I'm going to do that. Albin plays, what do you think of the future of Crow after the tweet? What do I think of future of Crow? Albin, I've explained that. I can't repeat myself every single time, bro. Please do understand. Yeah, this is getting stupid. If I'm going to have to talk about Crow all day long, I'm not being paid by Crow to talk about Crow. I'm not here to pump Crow or anything like this. Honestly, I've told you guys what the possibilities are for Crow, right? Future for Crow could be in the bin, could be nothing. All of this could be a big hype and nothing. Honestly, I'm not here trying to tell you what the future of Crow is in this. I'm not here to convince anybody. That's not my job. I'm not here to do that. I'm only here to give you facts that I see, right? And the fact is, Crow has a blockchain. Fact is, Crow has allowed people to start building tokens on it. Those are the facts. What Crow's going to do, what the future is, I don't know. That's not a fact. That can only be a hypothesis. Now, those are only possibilities and probabilities. So you see what I'm trying to say? The fact is they have a blockchain. The fact is they have a coin. The fact is they have developers coming in. The fact is you can build tokens on it. The fact is you're going to have so many people coming and building. Fact, which I can prove and I know. What the future is, I don't know. Nobody has. Nobody does. It could be an epic failure because that's not a fact. SM says, thanks bro for the analysis. Any thoughts on Shiba? Let's drop some Shiba. Not happy. Okay, let me find something else on Shiba here because I do have a good Shiba here. Alright. Let's get rid of this. Yeah, Shiba holding this trend. In fact, come back to the bottom of this support. Let me change some of this stuff here. Let me get rid of these boxes because I don't really need these boxes. Sorry guys, I shouldn't be updating a chart like this, but sometimes you just have no choice. Okay, so let's do this. Right, so you can see where we are right now, right? We've come, you see this area here, this was a support, and this is exactly where it's found support. Of course, as long as the market is trending, it will hold this. But if the market is not trending, then it won't do anything. It will not do anything at all. This could easily come down a little bit more until it comes into this zone, because the strongest zone of support or resistance or even a consolidation zone was this area. We had a lot of traffic here, no traffic, so there's nothing to really hold it back apart from this small area here. Let me get rid of some of this as well, guys. I will hit that update because I need to update some of this shit. Right, so this was the only area we had a 3-day traffic. Here we've had more days, so we've got a stronger traffic here, a weaker traffic there, and that's where we're finding support right now. If it can hold, great. This could be the perfect bounce zone. If it can't, then we can come down further into this area. In fact, the strongest area out of all of this is actually this particular zone here. I'll change the color just to kind of reflect this. this area here is actually the strongest area of support. So let's see what it does. Hopefully it doesn't come back down again, and I do think Shiba will come back. The community is pretty strong, and they do have a blockchain already. They haven't announced. As soon as they do, things will change. So anybody who's hodling, just hodl, just be patient with it. Again, don't bet your house on something. Only invest money you can afford to lose. Only invest money you can afford to lose, nothing more. Nothing more, guys. Right, because this is a common mistake everybody makes. Everybody makes this, right? Tamila is asking me about privacy coins. What do you want to know about privacy coins, bro? There's plenty of privacy coins. Zcoin, Monero. I like Monero. There's a coin called Secret. There's plenty of privacy coins out there, you know, that I personally like. You know, XMR, one of my favorite. We've got SCRT, this one's Secret, very cool. We've got ZEC, very cool. Dash used to be, but not quite anymore. But yeah, there's plenty of privacy coins. But what you have to understand is some of them are not allowed by certain exchanges and this and that. You know, like Monero is never going to be accepted. Some exchanges still do it, but they are suffering. They are suffering. So, guys, I'm not going to make this any longer. I'm not really feeling up to scratch, and I'm going to go shoot. Right, I'm going to go shoot. But other than that, thank you very much for coming to the show. Like, share, subscribe. My battery is low as well. Adios, my amigos. I'll see you on another one.